a baffing around video with beetroot salad. So, I make beetroot salad, and when I normally make it, I use these cooked beetroots that come in a pack like that. There's a little bit of juice in, and then I add it's like a gas reduction, which is a reduction of malt vinegar and sugar, and kind of make like a thick syrupy glaze with lots of pepper in, and some salt, and kind of chop that beetroot up and kind of mix it into the glaze. So that's kind of what the glaze looks like. Nice and dark, nice and shiny, very vinegary. Well, kind of not very vinegary, but kind of sharp yet sweet. So a bit like sweet and sour type of thing. And I was kind of thinking that was very well, but can I replicate it by buying a jar of pre-sliced, pre-pickled beetroot? And I'm not really a huge fan of pickled beetroot, so I was just kind of curious. So I was kind of having a think and a play around, and I kind of thought what we could do. Oh yeah, and I put some sliced red onions in the beetroot salad as well. Yeah, so they kind of take on the flavour of the vinegar as well. Sorry, I'm doing something else. I need to keep stirring it. So I was kind of thinking, as the beetroot, sliced beetroot in a jar, already comes with in vinegar, can we drain off that vinegar, reduce it down, add some sugar to it, and some black pepper, and can we make the beetroot salad that way? Out of curiosity. I don't know how salty it is, how vinegary this beetroot is. I better taste it first. That's not that vinegary. That's not that vinegary. So let's drain that off. Like that, and then we'll see how much. No, not that much vinegar comes out of it. Not that much vinegar, but we don't need that much because we keep moving it around. So let's drain that for a bit, and then what I'm going to do, let's taste that as well without making a mess of everything. Let's taste that vinegar. It's not so bad. So I think what we can do, get that jar out of the way, I think we can add some sugar to that vinegar and water from the beetroot that's in there, and boil it up. Get it kind of quite syrupy and thick, and then pour it back over these beetroot. Let's just have a taste of beetroot again. Pour back over, let it cool, pour back over the beetroot, season it and with with some sliced red onions. Season it with salt and pepper, and we'll probably get the same kind of result of beetroot. Although it's going to be a bit of a pain to chop all those beetroot up small. But I'm just kind of quite curious because, as always, I like different ways to do things. So if by some reason they stop selling in the supermarkets this type of beetroot, and we can only get Jar Beetroot, can I still make the beetroot salad that I make? So there we go, just out of curiosity. So I'll boil that up with some sugar, probably reduce it by half. Yeah, we'll reduce it by half, add some sugar, and then kind of mix it all together, and we'll see how we go. So I've got some stuff to do, and then we're back once I've chopped this up into better sizes and reduced that vinegar. Right, I have reduced the juice from the beetroot. So there was 150 grams, about 150 millilitres, and I reduced it down to 50 millilitres, 50 grams, and then I added 50 grams of sugar. Chopped up the beetroot to kind of a uniform kind of size, and then I've got 200 grams worth of sliced red onions. I've tasted the dressing, and it's a little bit sweet, and it's not kind of sharp enough, so let's just add 25 grams worth of vinegar to that, and then we're going to see what that tastes like. So it's still kind of nice and thick, Lovely colour to it. Lovely colour. So let's taste that again. I think with it's sharp now, but I think with the sharpness that's in there and the taste of the onions, that's probably going to be about right. So let's combine beetroot in there. What's that? I'll end up forgetting what size the jar is, so I'll have to say it on the video. So when I'm flipping around, so the jar is it's 710 grams worth of grams in the jar, and then the drained weight is 462 grams. So there's 462 grams worth of beetroot in there, and that's kind of all about right. And then we want some pepper, plenty of pepper. Beetroot and pepper work particularly well, and beet and black pepper and red cabbage work particularly really well as well. Makes it nice and spicy. Nice bit of salt, and then dressing over the top, and then we'll give. Really should have. What we call it? Should have saved myself some washing up and mixed it in the pan, but not to worry. Give it a turn over. So what will happen is the onions will slightly pickle because of the vinegar, and all the flavours will combine. The onions will soften in flavour. I'll just get rid of. It's clean. Just get that out of there. We don't want to waste that bit of sweet vinegar dressing. What it kind of does by reducing and adding sugar to the vinegar, it makes it taste a little bit like balsamic. That makes all black pepper in. It tastes a little bit like balsamic, so you're kind of getting the effects of balsamic vinegar without the kind of cost, because it's a little bit expensive, let's be honest. And most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So we will give it a taste now. A bit more salt and a bit more pepper. Standard rules apply about seasoning. You can always add a little bit more. Very difficult to take it away. That's a good amount of liquid in this one there. So the onions will pickle. All the flavours will combine. The onions will slightly soften. I don't like the taste of raw onions, even if it's a red onion. So the taste of the onion will soften, and everything will kind of combine and go nice. So we'll leave that overnight and we'll see what it's like in the morning. Right, there we go. So the onions have softened. Move that around. Looks nice, isn't it? They're almost kind of going a little bit whitey. Well, pinky. Looks like there's a nice amount of juice as well. So we'll give it a taste. That one nice. More pepper off. Doesn't need any more salt. Yeah, well that works. That works. There we go. If I ever can't buy beetroot in packets and I have to buy beetroot in jars, I can make myself the same salad that I normally make. There we go. That's fine. My personal, yeah, that's my personal interest more than anything. But just a relatively easy salad to make. It keeps really well because it's pickled already. It keeps really well. So if you're having a party or a picnic or anything kind of like that, or you're having friends around and you want something easy that you could make 2 or 3 days before, you can make it like that, put it back in a jar, put it back in the fridge, and it would be fine for 3 or 4 days, easy peasy, and then that'll make your life easier. I just wanted something in the fridge to snack on. So there you go. A success.